Hey, what's going on, party people from the 5D? It's your homeboy Angelo over here in my kitchen, and it's getting late and I'm getting a little tired, so I'm gonna wind things down. But as usual, I am going to bring you a video for the day. So today I figured I would share with you some geekery in the kitchen, some things that I like to take that maybe you haven't heard of if you aren't really into superfood, but some things that I take almost every day that you might not know about. So let's check it out. Over here, one thing I love to take is mucuna. Mucuna is a powder that I love. It's amazing for the nervous system. It's also known as L-Dopa. I have another mucuna that I take, and I'm almost out of it, so I like to get all different kinds. Mucuna 21 extract, and what this stuff does right here is it gives you mental acuity, energy. It's also really good for the central nervous system. It gives support to that. So it's for hormone support, physical strength, all kinds of things. See, it's this bean right here. It's called an L-Dopa bean. I found out about this about the same time that I found out about another superfood. So let me grab that right now real quick. I didn't really prepare this video out too much, but I've definitely got this superfood that I want you guys to check. Where did you go? Oh my gosh, where are you? I'm in the middle of a little bit of a kitchen crisis right now because I had some honey get invaded by some bees in my kitchen, and right now my kitchen is kind of in a state of disarray. So I don't know where I put this superfood, so I'm gonna have to just talk about it. It's in my 5D tea blend that I have. It's called Gynostema. Actually, there's an amazing tea. I'll flip it around over here so you guys can see what I'm doing. The top shelf here has been completely taken out. I'm using a little borax and sugar to get rid of some of these ants because I don't want to poison myself, definitely. Just want to get rid of these pesky little ants. And I don't want to use any toxic stuff, and I don't want to eat borax, but it's a lot safer than anything else. So the 5D tea right here, this is one of my favorite teas. It's called Spring Dragon. This has Gynostema in it. It's got Schisandra berries. See, my stuff's all been moved into boxes and stuff. My mom came over today and she helped me organize. It's got Schisandra berries. It's got astragalus root. This stuff is really good for immune support. We talked about this in a previous video. I'm not going to get into all the herbs right now, but I want to talk about a few things that I absolutely love. Black pepper and turmeric combined. I say this a lot in my videos. Put these together. They're a powerhouse because turmeric contains an anti-cancer, anti-inflammatory, and anti-aging compound called curcumin. It's also found in other Indian spices, but curcumin's been used for thousands of years in Ayurvedic medicine, and it's also, when you add that black pepper with it, black pepper has an alkaloid called piperine, and when you put that in with the curcumin, it releases it, or it helps become absorbed into your body up to 2,000 times more. So add black pepper to certain foods, you get more of it into your body, especially when you're doing turmeric. And turmeric might not be your favorite flavor. Mix it in with your favorite green shake or something like that. Just put some in there. It's going to be really good for warding off anything that might try to compromise your immunity, and antibacterial, antifungal, all kinds of bad stuff. You want to keep your body in balance. So oat straw is another thing that I love. Oat straw is good for the GABA, the GABA in the body, the gamma alpha butyric acid. It causes a lot of people to feel stressed. That's why the pharmaceutical industry prescribes benzodiazepines, because what that does is it mimics that response, releases GABA into the body, and then when you're not getting that after you've been hooked on benzos, you keep craving them. So that's why people become benzodependent, as I like to say. So you get yourself some oat straw. You get yourself another one I want to share with you guys that's amazing, and I have lots of it in my kitchen, is ashwagandha. You probably heard of that one. That's gotten kind of popular more lately in the health food world. Maybe you're not into health foods, but if you aren't, then you should be, because you want to be healthy. But ashwagandha is great. I take ashwagandha powder. And none of this stuff I'm sharing is actually from the company I work with, because these are some stuff kind of outside of what a lot of people do. I like to take it up to 11. So ashwagandha. I really like the stuff from Living Affirmations. The what do they call this? Shaman Shack herbs. Yeah, so these are great. They're Chinese medicine and Ayurvedic medicine herbs. Stuff like the Three Immortals has Shilajit. Shilajit is a very high mineral fulvic humic tar that comes out of the Himalayan mountains and also out of the Altai mountains when the tectonic plates push together. All of the organic matter from thousands and thousands of years, millions of years, push together and create this tar of every living thing you can think of, pressed over time, and it becomes this very mineral rich sap. And if you take just a little pea-sized thing every day, put it in hot water, it tastes kind of funky, tastes kind of resiny, hash maybe, I don't know, then you get yourself lots of minerals, high in iron, really good for energy, pre-workout, and really good for women too. Like women I've talked to, and even men, it gives men and women both more libido, more energy throughout the course of the day. Another thing that I love to take, and this is something that I do have in my business, is the cracked cell chlorella. Cracked cell chlorella is amazing. They have to crack the cell so that you can actually break it down into your body, but chlorella is the first organism to exist on Earth. It's a single cell green that comes from the ocean, and it is the highest chlorophyll source of any food on Earth. It's also a strong chelator, so it will remove heavy metals from the body, bind them, and flush them out. It has like an electrical charge to it, kind of like charcoal, but even more potent because it does have that chlorophyll in it. The other things I like to take is the Virusure, because the Virusure has olive leaf and neem. Neem is powerful. I like to mix neem with turmeric. We were just talking about that. Neem and turmeric are powerful. They dry and cool the body. They help remove mucus from the body. And if you're getting sick with any kind of a virus or something like that, or you feel that you might, I take it anyways before I get sick. This stuff right here, Virusure from Purium, is amazing because it's got olive leaf, neem, and spirulina. And spirulina, or spirulina, however you want to say it, is one of the most powerful superfoods on planet Earth. I'm sure you've heard of it. They call it spirulina because it's the shape of it. If you look at it under a magnifying glass, it grows in a spiral shape, and it's a freshwater algae. It's also known as a cyanobacteria, which is a blue-green algae. It is amazing. So that's in our power shake and all this other stuff. So it does a few things, and one last thing I want to share. I was thinking about this earlier. Pine pollen. Pine pollen is great. Chinese pine pollen. You can even harvest it in North America, but the Chinese pine pollen is my favorite. This wild crafted from Living Affirmations. It's called Pinus masoniana. So that's what I'm taking, and that'll also have a similar effect if you mix that with the ashwagandha, and there's another herb called Sistanche and the Shilajit together. That's really good for boosting your libido. And it's not just about being horny or having sex or blood flow there. It's actually when your energy, your sexual energy, or your chi or your prana is heightened, you have more energy throughout your day to do those things you want to do, and thriving more. You can harness that energy and put it into other things, not just making babies. This is something. And kiwis are, you guys know what kiwis are. Obviously, most people don't know that kiwis, if you have a kiwi before bed, it helps produce melatonin in the body, just like my favorite thing of all before bedtime. It's the cannabis tea with my favorite, here we go, apothecary. This is a Italian tart cherry concentrate. It's the highest melatonin producing food on Earth. Melatonin helps you get deep, restorative, restful sleep, lucid dreams, and reparative sleep, so that you can produce, you can repair the cells in your body. And if you mix this with aminos, I like to take the Super Amino 23s. It builds collagen. It helps do all kinds of stuff for your skin, your hair, your nails, your eye, all of your cells of your body, your mitochondria, your blood. It's also, tart cherry is the highest antioxidant rich food on planet Earth. This North Italian heirloom tart cherry that we grow on the Utah farms, biodynamic farms, top notch. So if you guys want any of these herbs, if I don't personally sell them, I can point you in the right direction. I love recommending things for people that are going to help them. So if there's anything you're looking to accomplish with your health goals, I'm an herbalist. I understand how a lot of these things work, what are safe to take, what aren't. If you're looking to improve your life through what you eat and you want nutrient density and richness, make sure you get a good clean source of water. I harvest my water out in Corbett, Oregon, down at the foot of the Bull Run Reservoir before it gets put into our water supply, and they add a whole bunch of, well, I think there's 3 major chemicals that are put into it that contaminate it here. Most other cities there's far more. So there's the cannabis water. I took some hemp flowers that I grew myself a few years ago. They've been drying in my room for a couple of years, and I put them in just below boiling water, soak them for a few hours. My mom says, tastes like marijuana. Well, just about a tablespoon of this is equivalent of 1 tablespoon of this tart cherry concentrate is equivalent of about 6 cups of organic blueberries. So you get a lot of rich superfood in here. Or what's the word I'm looking for? Phytonutrients, that's the one. Phytochinoids. Let me stir this up because it's so thick it sinks to the bottom. Also, prep your videos, but if you're going live, people get it. Never a dull moment out here. I love this. And if you want to up the ante just a little bit, I got a few more things that I add. I like to add the ionic elements. These are some sea minerals. You know, add this dropper's just about out, so call that a day. And one of my faves of all time is the white American ginseng. Now, there's a couple different kinds of ginseng. There's red Panax ginseng, which most people are familiar with. They're all spicy, but the North American ginseng's been used by natives for thousands of years. This stuff is mixed with a little bit of vegetable glycerin to keep it stable. Just like a lot of cannabis oil is too, they use that. And white American ginseng, or WAG, is great because it, unlike the red, which has a warming effect on the body, spicy heat. This is a little spicy, but not in the same way. This has a more of a cooling effect. So it cools the body. It's really good for women as well. If you have any sort of perimenopausal issues, hot flashes, cramps, and it's good for men too. It's great for adrenal support. So I put that in here. It helps calm the body, calm the central nervous system. We've got let's put some of this ashwagandha in here. Usually I'll use a spoon, but just eyeing it out. It's a lot of ashwagandha. You know what? Ashwagandha is great. There's no known side effects to ashwagandha, which is what I love. And this is from a root. It's actually a nightshade, which is kind of strange. Well, it's strange. This comes from India, this particular type of ashwagandha, native to there. You can see it doesn't mix up very well. That tastes amazing. I love ashwagandha. It's one of my favorite superfoods. So the nighttime combo, on top of the world, feeling good. In the morning, I like to use beetroot powder, cordyceps mushrooms, reishi, lion's mane, my mushroom complex. I call it the immunity matrix. Things that we call nootropics, which are good for the brain. But at night, we're going to calm it down. I take these bio, which stands for beauty inside and out. These things have a combination of passion flower, tart cherry, tart cranberry, and what else? Hyaluronic acid and kava root. Kava is a very calming, sleepy time aid. You can use chamomile as well. But this is going to make me have a nice deep sleep tonight, you guys. And turn off all the power, shut off your phone, Put yourself in a dark room and try to get a good circadian rhythm. Sleep like a baby, feel amazing. And before you go to bed, manifest your next day. Make some notes about what kind of world you want to see come to fruition in the morrow. That's another way of saying in the morning, in the next day. And when you wake up in the morning and right before you go to bed at night, give thanks. You don't have to believe in anything, but I believe that believing in some kind of a higher power, something greater than yourself, and being grateful for this life that you have. And when you wake up, I used to wake up at times and be like, oh, why? Now I wake up and I'm like, thank you for another day, another opportunity, because being alive is an adventure. And that's why we keep living, because we want to see what's around the corner. And sometimes we don't do a lot to make those new moments come to light. So let's do that. Let's make tomorrow a new day. And let's make every moment special. Let's embrace the now, the present, because it's a gift, y'all. So there's some superfoods that I think you might care about and want to know. And if you want some of my 5D tea blend, I have a handful of them left. I'm selling them online. You can find the information in the description below. And if you reach out to me, I'll give you a special on it. Have a great day. Namaste. Peace, love, God bless. Have a great day, y'all.